Is the new live action One Piece from Netflix the best live action adaptation from an anime we've seen? Let's talk about it. So we finally got the new live action One Piece adaptation from Netflix, just released this past weekend. I was finally able to check out all the episodes. So like I've said before, I am a casual One Piece fan. Basically, up to about a couple months ago, I only seen a couple episodes when I was a young kid when it first came around. But right before this live action adaptation came out, I decided I need to check out the first season of One Piece anime, just so that when this live action actually comes around, I can actually compare it and see how well it does. So I did actually check out the whole first season of the One Piece anime, all 60 something episodes. And like I said, I'm a casual One Piece fan. After watching the first season, I enjoyed it enough to keep watching it. But when it comes to this new live action adaptation of One Piece for Netflix, does it live up to that? So this first season clocks in at about 8 episodes, each episode being about 45 minutes to an hour each long. And upon watching it in the beginning, I actually was kind of skeptical on whether or not this will live up to the hype. If I was going to be honest, when it came to the beginning part of this live action adaptation, it was probably the first 2 episodes I really felt skeptical. Like, are they ever going to be able to pull this off? Because I really wasn't getting into it after the first 2 episodes. Like, basically during the first 2 episodes while watching them, I was thinking to myself, man, if these episodes are going to be just like these first 2 episodes, then this is probably going to be a one-time watch for me. I don't see myself watching it again unless the second season came out, maybe I'll watch it again. But this was going to be a one-time watch for me. So I definitely was skeptical on how they were going to be able to pull this off. But I gotta say, by the time that 3rd episode rolled around and furthermore into the continuing other episodes, I gotta say, overall, they actually did a good job. I really started to get into it by the time the 3rd episode came around. I honestly did not want to stop watching after continuing episodes, just wanted to continue each episode. And honestly, this live action adaptation is one that actually gets better over time with each episode. And when it was all said and done, by the time the last episode came around, I actually enjoyed this series, or this season so far. And honestly, after getting off those first 2 episodes, honestly, I could kind of see myself rewatching this. This first season really benefits from having that episode getting better with each episode. And when it comes to these actors playing the characters, I gotta say, all around the actors and actresses in this series actually did a pretty good job of adapting the characters from the anime. When it comes to the main actor that's playing Luffy, does a great job of being goofy, happy-go-lucky, but it's not to a level that's like cringe-worthy. Like, he really walked a fine line between not being cringe and just being that character from the anime. So honestly, did a very well job. Zoro was definitely a good adaptation too from the actor playing him. Really enjoyed seeing his character on screen. All the rest of the Straw Hat crew, Usopp, Nami, Sanji, everybody, each one of them played their role really, really well. When it comes to some of the other characters in this series, like mainly the villains, Buggy, I think, is the actor who plays Buggy, did a pretty good job. Could use a little bit more from him, but definitely was on a road to being good. When it came to Arlong, I was a little skeptical at first, just seeing him, but as he went on in the episodes and the actor playing the role, actually did a pretty good job overall. When it comes to some of the set designs, they did a really great job of building some of these sets and the boats and all that, and really the way it was able to come to life in here looks just amazing, honestly. When it comes to some of the CGI, especially when it deals with Luffy and using his devil fruit powers, it's not perfect, but honestly, it's not bad either. It looks pretty good for this show. I really liked Shanks in this. The actor playing Shanks did a good job. I thought Mihawk was actually done pretty well also. Really enjoyed that battle between Zoro and Mihawk in here. When it came to the final battle of Luffy and Arlong, honestly, I thought it was pretty done. It was done pretty well. Honestly, would have liked it maybe a little bit longer. It felt a little short for me, but honestly, other than that, it actually was done pretty well. And the way they were able to do the flashbacks in this series, just like the anime was able to do, they did a pretty good job of intertwining them within the episodes. Like when it came to a specific part, like with Zoro or like Anami, they're able to do their flashbacks pretty well and show us those flashbacks and intertwine them within the episodes without it feeling like it was forced in. And just some of the other flashbacks too, with like Luffy, Sanji, Usopp, all the other flashbacks also were done pretty well. I don't want to spoil too much, but if you're wondering where this series actually ends, it ends about 3/4 through the first season, so it doesn't really fully adapt the first season. It's about maybe 40 or something episodes, about 3/4 into the first season to where that's much it adapts in this series. And just overall, like how they were able to do these episodes where it's just 8 episodes, but each episode about 50 minutes to maybe an hour each, like hour long each. They were able to do it pretty well at adapting the anime itself to where we don't get a lot of filler. This one is just straight to the point and just gets to the point, which I really think they did really well. And I did like how they're able to just get straight to the point, not add too much filler stuff. So really, the way these 8 episodes play out, it really feels well-rounded within the story. Overall, I enjoyed this first season. I am interested in seeing what they're able to do with the second season. They do the second season, hopefully is as good, if not better, than this season. Like I said before, I was a little skeptical in the beginning, but overall, after finishing the whole season, I think they pulled off a really well-done series. Really well done live action adaptation. I think bringing in the actual original creator of One Piece was a great idea so that he could sign off and, actually say what he would like to see. So Netflix being able to do that actually was done really well. Hopefully in some way this is like a stepping stone to being able to get great live action adaptations from anime, but time will tell if that actually happens. But when it comes down to it, I think One Piece fans will enjoy this series. I think casual people who are just regular people who want to check it out might enjoy this show also. I, for one, actually overall enjoyed it, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing what they do with this season 2.